Welcome back to the RPGMaker MV tutorial series level 2. In the last episode we looked at creating some items. Now let's look at weapons and armor. Let's make a game. Here we are back in RPGMaker MV. Now if you take a look at the default database, weapons, you can see there's not really much there. It's a sword, axe, a cane, probably should be a staff, and a bow. How do we make that a bit more exciting? If you recall in the previous episode, we actually expanded our items by importing the new data set that came in the DLC folder. So let's quickly refresh how we did that. In our main project, we click on Resource Manager, DLC, click in the address bar, Control C to copy, cancel out of this, cancel out of that. Go into a new window, paste in the address, press enter, and then you are in the DLC folder. You go up one level from the DLC folder and you can find new data, and there are your new data files. Before you do anything, close your project, and you may also want to create a copy of the project just for backups. You can keep these in an archive if you'd like, or as a reminder of different stages you are at, or just save it as a backup for later use. Now we're going to copy the data files from the new data fantasy folder. We're going to open our project. We're going to go into data, press Ctrl V, paste those files into the destination, head back up one level to the game file, open that up. Now we can see that we have our new items. We have a whole set of new weapons, including short sword, long sword, falchion, mithril sword, dragon blade. Armor now includes linen clothing, leather vest, adventurer's clothing, hard leather, etc, etc, etc. So this is a much more extensive list of items, weapons and armor than we have in the default. So how do we use all of these new goodies? Let's take a look. So at the moment we have one shopkeeper who has everything on offer. We could go a bit more traditional, give ourselves 3 shopkeepers. One of them can be the item shopkeeper, which means he no longer sells any weapons or armor. One of them could be primarily a weapon salesperson. So he maybe sells short swords, maybe he sells a wooden staff, maybe he sells the stone flail, the hand axe, a short spear, etc. So just the lowest level stuff. Okay, let's make sure we differentiate him. This looks like a weapony kind of person. And we'll have to change the image of the person talking there to this guy. He looks weapony. Why not? Okay, then we can double click here. Once again we can change our character to look like someone who looks a bit armory. You might think these are the other way around. That's fine. And we'll look at how to customize our characters in the future. And this guy might do just armor only. So we've got leather vests, we've got cloth armor, we might have leather armor, he might sell some bronze, breastplate, etc, etc. So now we have 3 perfectly good armorers. Let's give ourselves a little bit of money before we start. If you recall in level 1 tutorial we actually created a pickup item. It gives you some money, and it's a flaming kind of item. Okay, there's a click OK. Now you can set up a fixed route. There's another way to do this, which is you can just simply set it to stepping, and that will just spin around. At the moment we just need to attract our attention, so that's fine. We'll change gold. We'll give ourselves 5,000 gold. We can say something like, you picked up 5,000 gold, and that would be a /G so that it uses whatever currency is in the game. Click OK, press play. Now we can start by picking out 5,000 gold. We'd like to buy something, buy, and here we can see that we can buy a short sword. We can go back over here, yes, we can buy some leather armor, and over here we can buy some potions. Now if we hit escape, we can see our items. We've got a potion, we've also got a short sword, and we have some armor. Try equipping this. So, he already has a short sword, so that's not making much difference. He has a leather vest on, but now we just switch it to leather armor. Let's go back and buy something a bit more exciting then. Let's buy a spear. And an axe. We'll go wild. Let's equip that spear and the axe. And it's not showing up. Why would that be? Let's go back and have a look. So if you go into your database, and you go to actors, you can see that Harold, in this case it's reverted back to our default Harold because we've just replaced our whole database, is a swordsman. If you go to the classes, swordsmen can use swords and daggers, but they cannot use axes, which this is an axe, and they can't use spears, which this is a spear. So what we'll do is we'll look at how to apply the various items to the different character classes in the next episode. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider smashing those like and subscribe buttons as they do help with the algorithm. Now it's your turn to go make a game. See you in the next one.